sold as like cereal bites in the candy aisle.
Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously cereal.
Everyone is welcome here.
Hey.
Hey, you.
Let's see what we're looking at today. Hey everyone, I'm Maxwell.
And I'm Jennifer, one of Maxwell's moms. Welcome to Seriously Cereal.
Episode number
494!
Thanks, numbsters.
Seriously Cereal is made possible by viewers like you.
And by Blue Legacy, a volunteer-run nonprofit dedicated to bringing people together.
You can find out more at
www.seriouslycereal.org. Thanks, Spoonie.
If you eat your cereal dry, then you are a snacker, like our buddy, Bowler.
Hello!
Hey. Or, if you prefer your cereal with milk, then you are a spooner, like our pal, Spoonie. He's also Seriously Cereal's director.
Every month we post episodes with a theme.
And this month's theme is Boy Groups!
Thanks, numbsters.
Thank you! And today we will be reviewing s'mores and chocolate strawberry loaded cereals.
More loaded cereals. Ah, I think these should be sold as like cereal bites in the candy aisle.
You know what? Actually, yeah. Those.
Next to like Muddy Buddies by Chex Mix.
Yeah, actually.
Right?
Yeah, I don't dislike that. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, Spoonie, time to talk.
Thanks, Spoonie.
Got a little ahead of ourselves there.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so loaded cereals. The last time we had these, they were based off of other cereals, right?
Yes, that's absolutely
like
right.
Trix or something? Yeah.
Yeah, and these are very similar to like that other cereal brand, Crave with a K.
Yeah.
And I don't know, is it with a K because it's Kellogg's?
Maybe.
But
I guess that kind of makes sense for doing like a. I was gonna say if Crave was General Mills, then this would kind of be redundant. But if it is Kellogg's, then I guess it's kind of like their own take on that.
So this one is a strawberry outside with a chocolate filling.
And this one is just like
chocolate inside with
a graham cracker-y filling.
Yeah,
outside,
so like a chocolate cream, I would suspect.
Yeah, so it's. Well, I have to say, not to say that cereal boxes aren't typically very like in your face, very like dramatic, but yeah, look at the back of these. Like, if the front wasn't like over the top enough, I mean, look at this. This is like I would not use this word lightly to describe a box, but these two are pretty bombastic.
Well, they are. They're in your face.
It's the word of the day. I'm Sunny, and bombastic is the word of the day.
Okay. Bombastic indeed.
Yeah.
Being over the top, way too excited about something, even when it is relatively simple and straightforward.
And this is, it's a cool flavor, but this is pretty straightforward. I mean, look at this. Look, take away the crowd, and it's just like this little guy.
Well, it's like hit you in the face.
Yeah. All right, though.
Okay.
What appears aside, let's find out more about it.
All right. So, serving size is 1 cup. How about yours?
Yes, 1 cup.
Calories, 220 calories.
This is 230, 10 more.
Oh, interesting. So chocolate strawberry is slightly less calories than s'mores. Okay.
I guess the marshmallow? I don't even really know if there is anything. But
no, it's just chocolate
and carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates, 40 grams.
Okay, that's actually the same here.
Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Fork a million?
Hello there, Maxwell and Jennifer.
Hey, Fork a million. What's up with the added sugar?
Kiddos shouldn't have more than 12 grams of added sugar each day. Grown-ups can have up to 24 grams. But everyone should be careful not to eat too much sugar, because it doesn't do a very good job of helping us grow and be healthy. Today's cereal has
14
grams of added sugar.
Thanks, Forkamillion and Numpsters.
Glad to help.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
So
Look at
this
these
is
things.
a serving of these cereals is higher than the amount of added sugar that a kiddo should have,
Yeah.
even in a day.
like 4 millions.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like what we were saying. It's like this is almost more like a candy. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
maybe half a serving in a little baggie as like a sweet treat or
Honestly,
something.
honestly, they're good dry. I can
Hi,
totally
Spider.
see them doing that.
Yeah.
Hi, Bowler. What can you tell us about the cost for this cereal?
What you're reviewing today costs,
$4.93
and there are
9
servings. Ha ha ha. Thanks for helping, Numpsters.
You're welcome!
Alright. Thanks, Bowler Dumpsters. Thank you too, Spider. Well,
Okay, though, so these both have the same price and serving. So $4.93 divided by 9, that's 54 cents per serving.
So the cost of the cereal divided by how many servings? 54 cents?
Yeah, for both of them.
Oh my, okay, so depending on where you shop, you guys, an average serving of cereal costs between 35 and 40 cents. So this is considerably above that
Yeah.
average. What is that? 14 cents higher than even the high end of the average
Yeah.
at 54 cents. So that's, you know, they make them look
Yeah.
bombastic.
Yeah, but they're kind of small boxes, too.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And they're just so sweet. They're such a sugary candy cereal.
Alright, Spooty,
Oh no!
time to taste.
Oh no!
Okay, so this is the strawberry shortcake cereal from Great Value. This is the strawberry cinnamon toast crunch. And honestly, you could almost call this a versus mode, except that we already know which one is which going in. So the cinnamon toast crunch bias may hold true.
Different.
Yeah, they do actually. Like, one is a lot darker. One is like,
This looks like it's going to be
Bigger?
more puffed up.
yeah.
This you can see the stripes of cinnamon.
Yeah.
I know that this isn't trying to be cinnamon, but
It's actually almost it's kind of almost more like a golden grams actually with the ridges and whatnot.
mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Yeah, even though this literally has ridges. Oh, this is like a double. That's cool. This one literally has. This reminds me. Oh no, I see. This one has ridges too.
Yeah, but hang on one minute.
Smell? Yeah.
Yeah, this has a. It almost smells like salty. Like
This one just smells like fresh strawberries.
yeah, like a strawberry.
It smells like Play-Doh brand Play-Doh.
Yes.
You guys
it
know the
does.
smell of Play-Doh
Yeah, it's
when
like
you
a
first
salty.
open
Yeah,
it?
it's like a salty. That's strange. Okay. Do you mind if I try this one first?
Sure. Okay, let's try that one first.
Yeah,
So
okay,
Max will eat with a spoon, and he'll have milk with his because
Yes.
he is in the position of a spooner, and I'm in the position of a snacker. So I'm going to eat it with my hands and with no milk.
I like the color. Looks like it is coated in like a powder, like a strawberry powder.
Yeah, and some of the pieces have a little bit more powder than others.
Oh,
Yeah, boy, ooh, it smells like Play-Doh.
but it doesn't taste like a salty like anything. It does have a bit of a strawberry tang, I'd say. A little bit.
So this one it's supposed to be strawberry shortcake.
Very crunchy, I would
A
say.
shortcake, it'll often have like a cakey vanilla taste, and in this case, it definitely does. I'm getting vanilla cake, like almost like a birthday cake flavor.
Okay, now that it's been in the milk a little bit, I think I think it gets a lot better. It's much less crunchy. But that first bite, it was very crunchy. Like for what looks like a puffed cereal, that was actually a little surprising.
How's it standing up in the milk?
Well, like I said, it stopped being like super crunchy pretty fast, but in terms of holding up beyond that,
I'm listening for the crunch. There's still crunch.
about the same as Golden Grams. And yeah, it loses a little bit of crunch, but it's still crunchy.
I feel like I have said this about these great value dessert flavored cereals before.
Yeah.
It really tastes like what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it honestly tastes like strawberry shortcake. Like the kind of strawberry shortcake that I would have when I was little,
Yeah.
where you would get like the little pre-made cake.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
You know,
too.
that are like little round yellow cakes, and then you would put some fresh strawberries chopped up on top, and then a little scoop of whipped cream or something, or Cool Whip or something.
Yeah, and then I would eat around with strawberries.
Right.
Which, I mean, that is what I did when I was a kid, and I got one of those. But, yeah, it does taste about the same. It's just, the sugar is a little crazy.
Yeah, and these are coated,
I don't know about the
so you
coating on
do
it.
get the sugar and the flavoring dust on your hands.
Yeah.
No, they're not particularly sticky, and they are, they're easier to eat with your hands than like a flake or something.
Hang on
like
one
that.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see here. Whole grain wheat. Yeah. The second ingredient is sugar. Yeah, no wonder it's 19 grams. But,
Oh, but it's a cereal based on a cake.
oh, true. But 19 grams, though, that's a little much. All right, let me get us out of here so we can try the next one. There we go. I have no idea what was up with that scent, though. It smelled like Play-Doh.
Yeah, if you like the taste of strawberry shortcake and you're not expecting a strong strawberry flavor, but more of like a cake flavor with a little bit of strawberry as well, that was more like, I feel like, what I was getting from this. Okay, so this is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch strawberry.
And it's basically Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces, but with little pink powder, I guess, instead of the cinnamon, like the brown of a Cinnamust. It's not as visually appealing, I will say, but they got the scent better, so we'll see.
Wow. Well, I think first and foremost, you really taste the cinnamon of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which I love.
Let's see. Yes, and it is definitely powdered with the Cinnamust. You can hear that scraping. Oh.
Yep, but the strawberry flavor is there.
Oh, and much more in your face.
Yeah.
And actual strawberry flavor, too. It has an actual tang to it. Like, this had a little bit of that strawberry tang. This has absolutely a bit of, like, a good amount of strawberry tang.
On a scale from 1 to 5,
And
I would say-
I am getting this. I am getting the
the cinnamon, yeah. I would say this has like a 4 of strawberry flavor, where this has a 1.5 strawberry flavor.
Well, I guess it is strawberry shortcake, so.
Right.
It's actually a really powerful strawberry taste. It gets stronger the more you eat. Kind of like with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and also like with strawberry shortcake cereal. It starts off pretty crunchy, but then it gets a little less crunchy in milk, but still with a bit of crunch. Oh my gosh, but the cinnamon and the strawberry taste definitely linger, and it's actually a little overpowering, I won't lie.
If you don't like strawberry flavor, but you love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I would skip this, because the strawberry flavor is strong. But if you like strawberries and you like strawberry flavor, this is making me want to have cinnamon toast with strawberry jam, or make cinnamon rolls and put strawberry jam on them. I've never thought to do that, but like that I think would be delicious if it would taste like this.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Hang on one minute, you guys. Here we are. After the fruity Cheerios, I'm just really curious. Okay, this does have natural flavor. Nice. Very nice. I was wondering if it was actual. I mean, it definitely tasted like natural flavor. But that tang, you don't get the tang of strawberries from the artificial flavor. The artificial strawberry flavor. That's why I call artificial strawberry flavor like strawberry milk, because it's sweet and like slightly vaguely fruity, but actual strawberry flavor has a very specific tang to it, has like a little bite.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Again, it has vegetable juice in it for color, so likely that is
That's nice.
beet juice to get that
Yep.
the kind of the red color that is in a little bit visible on here.
Yeah. Not as much as the other one, though. But, I mean, with something like this, I really do think the taste is what matters. And, you know, for what it's worth, both of them actually do deliver. But
They do.
I do have to admit, you guys, this is why you can't call this a versus mode.
Right.
Knowing that Cinnamon Toast Crunch Strawberry has only 12 to the Strawberry Shortcake Cereal's 19 grams, I am...
You're talking about the added sugar. Yeah.
but between the two, I am tempted to say this one, but you know, this one. But at the same time, this was better. So maybe like have like a just 1 cup serving instead of 1/3 of a cup, or like I need more time for this one. This is a little tricky. These are
These are not.
they're both. They
They're
both have their ups
unexpected
and
flavors.
downs.
Yes, they're unexpected flavors. Because again, I have never considered putting strawberry and cinnamon cinnamon toast together like that. I think I need more time as well. I'm gonna have to
Well,
say.
you know what? In that case, I think that it's.
Hello, everyone! Are you ready for a story? I know I am.
I am too, Book of Coin. What are we reading today?
Today's story is Super Spoony and the Masked Bowler, written and illustrated by Maxwell DeMarco. It was a cold day in December, just a few days after the holiday season had ended, and snow was drifting gently down through the chilly winter air. It settled atop the buildings of Silverware City and dusted the treetops of the surrounding Pacific Northwest forest. And within this forest is where we find the humble residence of our favorite Seriously Cereal mascots, Spoony and Bowler, holed up indoors to stave off the seasonal chills of ice and snow. Of course, just because you're staying at home doesn't mean there's nothing to do. While Spoony walked around the house, taking down the last few holiday decorations, Bowler sat in the living room looking over the week's issue of the Silverware City newspaper. Spoony paused in his work as he noticed Bowler frown, and the nonverbal Spoon hopped over to read the paper over his best friend's shoulder. Crime at large, the front page headline read in big, bold letters. And sadly, Spoony and Bowler both knew this was true. The past year hadn't been good for Silverware City. Lately, crime had been skyrocketing, with baddies both discreet and bombastic running amok with no one to stand in their way. The Silverware City Police Department has done all they can, but there's simply so many evildoers, they don't know where to start. Now snackers and spooners alike can no longer enjoy their cereal in peace without worrying about running afoul of a vile villain. Isn't there anyone who can take a stand against the forces of evil? And it was at that very moment our two favorite mascots had the same wonderful idea. "That's it!" exclaimed Bowler, Spoony holding up his dry erase sign with the very same proclamation written on its surface. No one can change something by just sitting around wishing for it to change, Spoony. Someone has to be the change they want to see. Spoony nodded with a big smile, knowing exactly what his best friend was getting at. He thought back to when they first came up with the idea of Seriously Cereal, and how they wanted to create a children's show about cereal that was educational, wholesome, and inclusive. An idea like that would have sounded outrageous back then. But with time, dedication, and passion, Seriously Cereal is nearly at 500 episodes. No dream is too much if you commit to making it a reality. So who's to say Spoony and Bowler couldn't make a change in the world of crime fighting, too? Yep, there was no more doubt. It was time for Spoonie and Bowler to take action towards turning Silverware City around for the better. And already, the two knew exactly where to start. "I'll start planning out our outfits," Bowler decided, Spoonie following close behind as Bowler marched to get a sketch pad. "Spoonie, contact the World Crafters. If we're going to fight some super bad guys, we're going to need some super good powers." It might be surprising, but becoming a superhero is a lot like studying for any other job. Jumping right into the fray unprepared will never end well. No matter what you want to do, knowledge and patience are just as important as power and ability. The more you know, the more you can improve your skill. And that's exactly why, through the end of December and all throughout January, Spoonie and Bowler spent all their time reading up on all the crooked foes they might have to face. With a focus glass and notebook on loan from the serial detective, they went over it all. From suspicious scientists to ominous macaroni-shaped towers appearing in the forest nearby, Silverware City was dealing with bad guys of all sorts, and our aspiring heroes knew all too well that different villains would be bringing their own sneaky tricks to their villainous skill sets. Bowler, in particular, made extra sure to leave no stone unturned, even dragging up an old newspaper article about a particularly vile villain his own family had to deal with when he was young. A cereal mascot gone bad, who tried forcing Silverware City's citizens to eat nothing but his own super sugary cereal. His parents having to eat this cereal was the whole reason Bowler dislikes sugary foods today. "You know what my New Year's resolution will be, Spoonie?" Bowler asked his friend on New Year's Day, while they looked over a wanted poster featuring 2 bad breakfast items. "My resolution is to never let these bad guys become as powerful as they were back then." Spoonie looked up from his notebook and nodded. He was certain that he and Bowler could make that resolution come true. It wasn't long until Spoonie and Bowler had decided on the first villain they'd track down, Bradley, the Butterer Buttersworth. A butter knife with a knack for slipping away from justice, Bradley has always been angry that he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, apparently never realizing that saying wasn't literal. And that anger was heightened by an inexplicable grudge against all unsliced bread, believing that the sharper knives in the bread-making business weren't as cut out for slicing as he was. Thus began Bradley's spiteful fall to crime, spending every day of the week breaking into houses and bakeries to preemptively, and poorly, slice up freshly baked loaves of bread, and then run away to his next target. Though there's no real pattern to the businesses he'll target, nor even the reasoning not to strike the same place twice in a row, Bradley's reckless slicing sprees have gone unstopped purely due to any logical plans to stop him, failing due to complete unpredictability. Also, it doesn't help that on the slim chances someone catches Bradley in the act, he's really, really fast. By comparison to the other villains of Silverware City, Bradley's bread slicing might seem like the pettiest of petty crimes. But home invasion is no small matter, especially when people are trying to enjoy their cereal in peace. And all good heroes have to start somewhere. To be continued. What a good story.
Agreed.
Oh. Thanks, Spider.
Did the hosts figure out their scores?
I think they did. Time to pop away.
See you next time.
Okay. I'm feeling refreshed, and I think I'm about ready to wrap this up.
Well, the scores were tricky. They're tricky sometimes. It's not always easy to find the right score.
Oh, fan mail! Thank you, Numbsters!
Thanks! And thank you. We love hearing from
We
you.
really do. All right, let's see what you've sent in today.
Fan mail.
All right, so this is to me from Xavier N. through the mailbox on our website.
Hi,
and
Xavier.
as always, you guys don't mind the marker bleed through. I already addressed this in an earlier episode this month. It's, long story short, placeholder stuff. Okay, all right. Xavier writes, I collect books about original superheroes. Maybe you can guess why by my name. Yeah, you know, I think I
What is
can.
it?
Maybe you can guess why by my name.
Oh,
Xavier.
Xavier,
Yeah.
you collect things about superheroes, and Xavier is the name of the professor in
Yeah,
X-Men?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Super Spoony and the Masked Bowler was surprisingly good. I had never seen Seriously Serial, but I'll definitely check it out now. You should really do a color comic of Spoony and Bowler. What great superheroes for kids. Nicely done. Hey, thank you so much, Xavier.
Thank you, Xavier.
You know, I've never been the biggest superhero fan, but I have read a lot of like superhero stuff, or like heard of superhero stuff in my time. Like I used to read X-Men a lot, the classic series, and then I think the second series, Jennifer used to read them a lot, and she actually gave me her copies of like the compiled comics. So
Of the origin stories, I think.
I've always really respected the superhero genre, and I want to do something like I want to do a proper tribute with Super Spoony and the Masked Bowler. And actually, speaking of which, yes, here we are, Super Spoony and the Masked Bowler. And as my little Lego stand-in says on the back, this book is super cool.
Thank you guys for being so patient
Yeah,
while we
thank-
prepared these
yeah,
new
thank
books.
you so much.
I mean,
This is
flip through it, Matt.
Yeah, this is a big book.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Look at all this.
it is like
look
a
at all the
proper.
story.
Yeah, it is like a full-on thing.
And
there are not,
this
yeah.
book, unlike books that Seriously Serial books that we've done in the past, these aren't one-page stories. This whole book is its own story.
Yeah, you're pretty much a year of heroism. It's like it is a full-on thing. Super Spoony and the Masked Bowler, these two mysterious superheroes who have appeared in Silverware City to fight crime when crime is at its highest. They gotta change the world. You gotta be the change you want to see.
Can you read the back
yeah,
for us?
absolutely.
Okay.
Have you ever wished you were a superhero? Spoony and Bowler have. As trouble rises in Silverware City, the two best friends decide to take matters into their own hands. Spoony and Bowler are already pretty super, the way they help children, and grown-ups too, learn about nutrition and the importance of friendship. But as Super Spoony and the Masked Bowler, they're ready to become heroes at a whole other level. As the award-winning children's show Seriously Serial nears its 500th episode, celebrate with a first-ever storybook starring Spoony and Bowler. The 42 original illustrations are ready to color for hours of creativity, or can be enjoyed as charming black and white drawings. Watch Spoony and Bowler and download crafts at www.seriouslyserial.org. And yes, that is correct. It is a full-on story with these characters in their world, in their magical world of cartoon creatures, of magic crockery, plants, and food, I guess. It's confusing, but I mean, that's cartoons for you. However, if for those of you who like the character profiles, don't worry, because actually, there are still character profiles in here. Like, let me just turn to one of them. For instance, here's the Butterer. Look at that. He's so vicious. He uses a butter knife to go into bakeries and cut up bread before they can be cut up themselves. And it's a butter knife, so it's not very good at cutting bread. It's horrible. How will we ever be stopped? Well, maybe these two can do something about it.
So there's a story and
Yes.
character profiles in here.
Yeah, as
That is
characters are
amazing.
introduced, we get little bios on them. And for the heroes and the villains. And there are some new heroes as well as Super Spoony and the Masked Bowler. You don't need to have superpowers to be a hero. That is something I wanted to actually emphasize with this book. And yeah, I'm just very, I'm honestly very proud of it. And
What an honor, Xavier, that Maxwell's book is in your collection of superhero books. That is so awesome.
I'm incredibly honored.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy it. I really like children's media that can be enjoyed by all ages. You know,
Yeah.
kids shows, they don't have to be, and they shouldn't be dumbed down. We shouldn't talk to our kids, as though we're actually, they're smart. You guys are smart. You deserve to be taught like actual people.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we have Word of the Day and
Yeah.
why it means so. And Maxwell, you guys will see in the stories that he writes, or like when Book of Corn reads them to you, it's not just like little tiny kiddo words. It's all the big words that grown-ups would use too. And we try to let you guys know what those big words mean because, hey, when you're a grown-up, maybe you want to use big words. Or maybe you want to use big words even when you're a kiddo, just like Maxwell did.
And that's the thing. If you don't know something at first, it's never too late to learn, and never too early to learn.
That's right. Never too early to learn.
And I think that on that note, I think I have my scores.
I think I do too. All right.
All right, Spoonie, time to score. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Did you know that everyone here at Seriously Cereal is a volunteer? We are. And you can support the show over at seriouslycereal.org.
Because Seriously Cereal is safe for kids, YouTube turns off comments when we post episodes online. But we love hearing from you. Go to seriouslycereal.org and use the mailbox button to send us a message. We might read it in a future episode.
Find new episodes of Seriously Cereal every Saturday morning on YouTube, on public access television, and at seriouslycereal.org.
See you next time.
Bye.
Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously cereal.